After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Shalom, 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 peace and blessings, family. How we all doing? I wanted to start the show with that particular message. Welcome back to the Born of Levi experience here on G.O.C.C Media. I am your host, Deacon Hazak, and we are back with another Thursday night edition. Y'all see the topic of tonight's discussion. New York, the political takedown from within. Hold on, let's hear your boy again. One last again.
Since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Yeah, we going to talk about it tonight. We definitely going to talk about it tonight. Let's start the show. Let's definitely start it.
This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C Media.
Once again, shalom, shalom, peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the Born of Levi experience here on G.O.C.C Media. I don't know why I'm cheesing so much. I feel like a little kid in the candy store right now. I'm just so excited to go into this information, man. But nonetheless, how we all doing, man? Welcome back, welcome back. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, give us a thumbs up, right? And if I'm coming in nice and clear, brothers and sisters, please, like I ask you every week, please drop a quam in the chat for me. Please drop a quam in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the quams. Shout out to everybody who was here, all the familiar names. Shout out to all of you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys for staying up, right? Because we got to go into this conversation. Because what we're like, I don't understand if y'all understand what I understand. Okay, I don't understand if y'all understand what I understand concerning prophecy, concerning this place that we live in called America, aka the daughter of Babylon. We're actually living, and it's almost exciting to think about it as well too. It's exciting to understand and to know that we're living in a time where the prophets prophesied, and we can see the incremental breakdown of this place. And you can only see that, and you can only understand the breakdown of this place according to scriptures, according to the prophecies concerning Babylon, through the eyes of politics. Right? And if you're not in, and when I say through the eyes of politics, and I'm not telling you to be involved, and I mean that's, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, if you want to go out there and vote and do all, listen, you are more than free to do so. But don't put your spirit in it. Don't put your energy in it, because it's not a winning battle. when it comes for us. It's not a winning battle. I believe now more than ever, it isn't. I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm gonna just say it like this. I believe now more than ever, they gonna put who they want to put in there, and they're gonna put who they want to put in these offices to fit their agenda. I said it. Your vote is only for them to see who's engaging. Like that from my point of view, that's what I'm seeing here. Your votes, like when you cast your ballot in, and I'm gonna show you some video. And there's a reason why I'm saying this. I'm not just saying this because that's what I feel. There's things that I've been seeing, and from what I'm witnessing now with y'all new mayor elect Zoran Mamdani. Right? They're gonna put who they want to put in there. And when you cast your votes, when you put your vote in that ballot box, all right, when you put your your vote in that ballot box, okay, that's just for them to see if how many people is really engaging with the system. I mean, it's been like that for years. And it's just that, now that we're able to go into the scriptures, we're able to go and understand prophecy, and we can see what's really happening on the earth. It makes sense. But this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this particular topic, being that he just got elected as mayor. Was it Tuesday? No, was it Tuesday? I know election day was Tuesday. When did I think his acceptance speech was yesterday. So it's fitting to talk about this. New York, the political breakdown from within, and when you actually could see it through the eyes of the scriptures, and when you can actually see what's happening behind the scenes, because this. Let me put this back on the screen, because what you're seeing here is not really what it is. This guy's been prepped. He has an agenda. Everybody they put in these offices have an agenda. They have a purpose, and it's to play out what they need them to play out. So, I don't want to burst anyone's bubble. But listen, it's just the way this world is. It's like we waking up out of the matrix. We're really figuring out this matrix that we've been living in. It's really a matrix. They're giving us the play, right? Like they paint the picture and they just give it to us, and you have to accept it. Oh my goodness! Well, how are we all doing, man? How's everybody doing? I had a long day. Listen, it's like every Thursday. Before I have to stream, my day is always hectic, especially at work. It's like the devil just is making my day extra crazy, so I don't have no time to focus and to really be in tune with what I really want to bring out. Because believe it or not, brothers, I'm gonna just drop this on y'all as well too. Believe it or not, this topic or this conversation didn't come to my mind until this morning, till I woke up. So the whole week I had nothing to talk about. I didn't know what I was gonna bring forth. And this is how I be knowing it be the Most High, because if it's coming from me, it ain't gonna be this, right? It's not gonna be this. The Most High, he just be putting this information in my brain, and I'm like, okay, this is where we going with this thing. All right, because listen. If it's up to me, I probably would mess it up. So the Most High gotta wait last minute and like download some information. Boom, send this to. All right, he gonna talk about this. All right. So now look, it's very and as soon as that topic came, I started seeing different videos popping up, and I was like, all right, this is the route. So we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about what's happening, starting here in New York first, because we all know that New York is is basically the money capital. right? It's where the money is, okay? And this place is one of the biggest cities in America, and one of the most important cities in America. And how convenient at this point in time, this is the mayor that they roll out. So we're going to talk about it, brothers and sisters. Please hit that like button on your way in. Hit that like button. That's why I wanted to start the video with his speech. His winning accepting speech. And in that speech, he had something to say about Donald Trump. He had a lot of words for Donald Trump. He said, I know you listening. Matter of fact, I'll play it one more time for y'all. For those who's late coming in, and then we gonna start the show. And I'm gonna play another video for y'all. There's a lot of videos I'm gonna play, but let me pull it back here. Fair use too as well. I'm only using this for education. Did I miss it? Hold on. They all cheering, going crazy out their minds.
That gave rise to him.
Okay, here it goes.
It fears not the appeasement.
Listen to this, y'all.
After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him.
Is the city that gave rise to him. And this guy, he talking like he the president. You're just the mayor. You're just a mayor. And he's coming after this guy, Donald Trump. Putting New York on the map. But, hey, who am I?
And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
And in my mind, it's like, yo, what do you really think that you're gonna do? Or what is it that's in his mind for him to do? It's another thing.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one.
This is not how it's not only how we stop Trump, but it's how we gonna stop the next one. And and he's saying stop Trump, like what is he trying to stop? But we gonna get into that. We definitely gonna get into that. But brothers and sisters, I want to first and foremost, once again, send out my thoughts and my prayers to the brothers and sisters over in Jamaica. What's actually happening in Jamaica was definitely, from what I understand, what I believe, has to be no other thing than weather warfare, right? And it's unfortunate. And let me show you this. Like I've seen this video today of a before and after of Jamaica, like a place in Jamaica, and it's devastating. And I have to show this. Hold on. So as you can see, it says Bluefields, Westmoreland before and after Hurricane Melissa. Let me put the volume. Right. So now take a look at this, y'all. Take a look at this. This is crazy. So this is what this particular place in Jamaica looked like before the hurricane. All right, play it back. Look at this. Beautiful, right? Breathtaking almost. Look at this place before the hurricane. Look now take a look at the trees, how green everything is. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. But take a look at the trees though. Right? Look. What in the world? Look at the same area. Look at the sky and look at the trees. Well, what used to be trees. Are you kidding me? Do you see this? So you mean to tell me a storm did this? This is nah. Look at this. See how look at the before and after, y'all. This joint looked like paradise. It looked like a scene out of the Garden of Eden. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Look at the same area. You can't even tell that this place was fruitful. All you see is twigs, dried up, dead trees. How did a storm do this? It's weird, right? What? How did a storm do this? That is crazy. So, brothers and sisters, we see what's happening over there with our brothers and sisters, so we got to continue to pray for our brothers and sisters. And let me do this as well. Give me 1 second. What is this? All right. If you guys want to help, and, you know, everybody should want to help. Let me do this real quick. Make the screen bigger. You could head over to our main page, our church page, and head over to the tab that says donate, right? And you can help us donate to the brothers and sisters in Jamaica. We have one of the deacons over there, trusted deacon over there, who will be receiving the funds and will be distributing the whatever is needed for the people over there, for our brothers and sisters over there, and buying the food. So you don't have to worry about being scammed or anything like that. The money will go to where it needs to go, rather than sending it to the Blue Cross Blue Shield, whatever these people is called, and trying to send stuff over there, right? So head over to our main page. Hit the donate tab, and then you just scroll down and you hit donate now. You type in your email, your phone number is optional, whatever the case is, but you want to also make sure you put down your region. You also want to, where it says comments, the purpose of the donation, just type in all caps or whatever, type in Jamaica, right? Type in Jamaica in the comment section, and all the money that's being donated to Jamaica will be sent to Jamaica to help our brothers and sisters, because what they're going through right now, none of us have experienced, right? And we got to make sure we support our brothers and sisters over there, make sure they get the aid, the food, because their government is not doing it, right? The governments all over the earth is taking on their people. But today we're going to focus on what's going on in New York. So brothers and sisters, please do your best. Whatever you can donate is greatly appreciated. I'm gonna make sure I hit this up when I get off the broadcast, right? Also, real quick, another quick announcement as well too. I'm sorry about that. You also want to head over to historytimes.org and enroll in our Hebrew and Bible Academy, right? You don't want to miss the Hebrew and Bible Academy. The theme of this academy is Revelation, the mysteries of the spiritual realm. So, brothers and sisters, visit us at historytimes.org and enroll. Right. So now, what's happening with New York, y'all? Y'all see the mayor that has been elected. And when I started doing, like I said, I started doing some digging because it's crazy to see the person that they picked as far as being their mayor. We know that he's Muslim. Some have even quoted and said that he was a Muslim extremist, which is crazy. And I want you guys to, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at some videos, and I want you guys to also formulate in your minds, what do you think is the purpose here? What is the plan here? And we understand, and like we've been talking about on this channel, we've always been talking about the race or the countdown to 2030. There's a lot of things that needs to be put in place by 2030. Is this one of the measures that they need to set up, especially for a city as grand as New York? Could this be part of the programming? I'm going to say yes. I believe so. So we know that he will be sworn in as mayor January 1st. So from now until he leaves office, we're going to be following and monitoring this mayor. We're not just the mayor, but the state of the city that he's over, which is New York City, right? One of the biggest cities in the country. So brothers and sisters, we're gonna be monitoring what is going to come of New York City from this guy's election. And I'm gonna play. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this video. Where did this thing go? Give me a second. I'm gonna play another video. Where did my stuff go? How did that happen? My YouTube. Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. This is what we're gonna do. I'll just pull it back up. I want to play this video, right? And I want you to keep this in mind with this video that we're gonna watch. I want you to keep that thought in mind from what you hear from this video. And every time someone says something about this mayor-elect or we see a video concerning him, I want you to keep this video that we're going to play in mind of how you're formulating your thoughts. Because a lot of people, all right, first of all, before we do that, let me see. Let me do this as well. Let's pull up a little a biography of Mr. Mamdani. So I'm gonna go here. I'll just read the overview because that's all we need before I get the video. Right? Follow along with me. Right? I need y'all to follow along with me. So here is, for those of you guys who don't know, who don't live in New York, this is the mayor, the new upcoming mayor. January 1st, he will be the mayor of New York, right? Zoran Mamdani, or Mamdani. What they always say, Zoran Mamdani, right? So now, let's look at this overview, right? Zoran Kawami Mamdani is an American. It's funny how they say he's an American. And mind you, I think he just got his citizenship back in 2018, I believe. I could be wrong, but I know it was from between 2016 to 2018, he got his citizenship, right? So it says he is an American politician who is the current mayor-elect of New York City. It's up to you, New York. Listen to this. So he's a member of the Democratic Party and the Democratic Socialists of America. So he's a socialist. So for those who don't know what a socialist is, a socialist is a person who believes that there should be no classism, or if the working class and the middle class and the rich, everybody should be somewhat equal, and there should be no companies or no organizations getting enriched by the labor of the citizens. And in turn, the wealth should be distributed amongst the people, right? In a nutshell, right? So he's a socialist, right? That's all they're saying that he is right now of America. Some people are saying that he's a Marxist, right? It's a whole lot of stuff that's going down. But listen, he's a democratic socialist of America. He has served as a member of New York State Assembly from the 36th district since 2021, representing the Queens neighborhood of Astoria. Okay? So he's a socialist democratic mayor. He's a Democrat, right? And we all know, right, as of late, the Democrats have been taking L's. And part of this so-called government shutdown has everything to do with the Democrats. But we're not even going to talk about that because we spoke about that previously. And we've seen the crazy demands that the Democrats want in order to start, the government back up. But that's neither here nor there. So now I want you, like I said, I want you guys to look at this video. It's only a minute long, a minute and a half. And every time we take a look at Zoran Mandani, keep this thought in your mind. All right? Keep this thought in your mind. So we're going to play this video. Give me 1 second. Let me play this video real quick. What is this? I just want to make sure it plays straight through. All right, give me 1 second. All right, so like I said, keep this in mind every time we speaking about Mr. Mamdani. Just keep this thought in your mind. So now let's take a look at this. This video is titled The Real Reason the Progressive Left is Allied with Radical Islam. Okay? This is the real reason, right? The progressive left is allied with radical Islam. And brothers and sisters, this video was 5 years ago. 5 years in the making that this conversation happened. And the left is considered what? The Democratic side. The right is usually the Republican side. So this is the reason why the progressive left is allied with Islam or radical Islam. Fair use.
So here's a paradox. In America, we have a political left. It's a progressive left. As you know, it's sexually permissive. And this political movement appears strangely allied with radical Islam. Can you explain this?
When I was an extremist,
listen clearly,
Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it.
You'll never find one.
They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them, go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that. Ilhan Omar, she's fighting for abortion rights, and all the other, my body, my choice, yes, go do that. But would she have an abortion? Never. Never. Would she kill a Muslim in her stomach? Never.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
Y'all heard that. Did y'all hear that? So I want to play it again because he said a lot in this 1 minute clip. So he's explaining why radical Islamic people vote Democrat or vote for the left. And it's not the fact that they voting left or they're voting as Democrats in support of democratic policies. They understand the low morality of the left or the Democrats. What do they push? LGBTQ, transgenderism, transgender surgeries, right? Abortions. That's what the left is pushing, right? Climate change. All of this stuff that means nothing for you or me. That's what they push. So, but here is a former radical Islamic leader who says when he was a radical Islamic person, he would only vote left because why? Let's hear it again. I need y'all to pay attention to what's being said here.
So here's a paradox. In America, we have a political left. It's a progressive left. As you know, it's sexually permissive. And this political movement appears strangely allied with radical Islam. Can you explain this?
When I was an extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid.
He said he saw the left as very stupid. And this is how an extremist, an Islamic extremist views the Democrats. So this is the only reason why they get behind the Democrats. Because he know that these people are stupid. But you got to understand how Islamic people think. If basically an Islamic extremist, if you're not falling under Islam and you're worshiping another god, they will come in and do what's called a jihad on you and your whole family. Right? We seen what happened to our brothers and sisters in slavery. They were forcing our brothers and sisters to become Islamic and was taking our people out for not joining their side or not being Islamic. So the way the people in the West think, they want to, the way these Islamic extremists think, they want to do away with the Western world because they feel like the Western world is everything wrong with what the world is. So this is the reason why they get behind the far left, so that way they can eradicate themselves.
Fear the conservatives.
See, they fear the conservatives. Why?
Because they come with principle.
They come with principle, morals. And this is why we was always saying, if we was to ever vote, like let's say we were voting, we would more so align with the conservatives or with the Republicans. We would more so align with them because why? That side is more so pro-life, pro-family, better education, or having families choose the path or education or where the funding for the money goes for your children education. That's the conservative side, right? We don't care about they don't care about the other side too much, right? They rather keep the funding to help Americans, to help families, so they're more morally sound. They're not sending money to fund an LGBTQ barbecue. That's the left.
That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with.
You see that? So this is the reason why an Islamic extremist would align with Democrats because they don't have no values. They can be easily swayed. They could be brainwashed, like he said. The conservatives, they can't because they have morals, they have principles. But the left, they don't.
I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals.
Islamic extremists are against gays.
Sexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that.
You see, they want the left to deal with that. Because why? Their whole thing is to destroy the Western world. Western society. They want to eradicate it. So, of course, I'm going to align myself and fund the side that's going to destroy my what I don't like. So keep that in mind.
Want them go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that. And Omar, she's fighting for abortion rights and all the other, my body, my choice. Yes, go do that. Go do
my
it. But would
my
she
body,
have an
my
abortion?
choice.
Never. Would she kill a Muslim in her stomach? Never.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
The future of America has to be Muslim. So that's what they want. They want to eradicate the Western world and turn everybody to Islamic extremists, to see their views, right? Destroy within. So this is the reason why they would align with the Democrats. So now, hence, we have the new mayor-elect, which is Islamic. And he's a Democrat, a socialist Democrat. So now, see how we got to put these things together? Like, you wouldn't know that off the surface. You hear everybody cheering and clapping their hands, and we did it in New York. But what's the real intentions behind this man being the mayor of New York? And he's not Republican. He's Democrat. And you heard it, and we just heard it from an Islamic extremist, that they would never vote or never be conservative. They would always vote and align with the left. So that way that they could keep pushing the leftist agenda on the people. You can't make this stuff up even if you even tried. Right? Even if you tried, there's no way we would have been able to make this up. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a lot of Instagram videos, right? And keep this last video that we just seen, keep everything that you heard, keep that in your mind with everything that you are going to see now. So every time you think about Zoran Mandani, think about what you heard this former extremist, Islamic extremist, said about how they align politically. Okay? Because this is how they destroy. This is how they destroy within. So the way he's talking to the people, he's making it seem like he's with him. He's with everybody, but his agenda is far more rooted than the surface appearance of what he's showing the people. And like I said, and matter of fact, I'm going to show this video as well too. That's going to show that it didn't matter how much money was behind Cuomo. They knew who they was going to put in that office, and it's for a reason. So now, let's go here. Now, let's look at this.
Didn't he?
Spiritual battle is coming to.
So let's let me play this back for. All right.
And the enemies are wokeism or Marxism.
Hold on.
Now, Charlie warned us about this, didn't he? Didn't he?
Spiritual battle is coming to the West. And the enemies are wokeism or Marxism combining with Islamism to go after what we call the American way of life. Not to have my kid be taught the lesbian, gay, transgender garbage in.
So he was exposing this and saying that this was coming to the West. Wokeism combined with Islamism. If that's even a word, I'm seeing it on the screen. Right? So they knew that this was coming. But I understand that this is the takedown of this great place that's called Babylon the Great or America. So they have to do, and even if you look at ancient history concerning Rome, how Rome deteriorated, right? First, it would start with the money, right? The money, then the political side, the agendas and the policies that they would pass. All of these things contributes to a downfall of a nation. Nothing new under the sun. But let me continue.
School, while also not having them have to hear the Muslim call to prayer 5 times a day. That's important. We want the American way of life, which is, by the way, Christendom. Christians, our sacrifice, our toil, our vision, the outgrowth of the scriptures gave us Western civilization. And this is where I think is a great rallying cry. Doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, doesn't matter if you're Asian, doesn't matter if you're black or white. Everybody, if you are Christian and Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, these two threats are combining forces to come after us. And it's time that the church stands and rises up against it.
Yep. And I agree with him with that. That they're bringing their own influence, because a lot of people don't even see this as a spiritual infiltration or religious infiltration on our people. Their religious dominance over our people. You have the mayor of New York who's pro-Islamic. What do you think he's going to be pushing? For who and for what people? What groups of people? What type of people?
We came here to remake this state.
Wait, hold on.
If you are Christian and Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, these two threats are combining forces to come after us. And it's time that the church stands and rises up against it.
Yep.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
You heard that? He said, we came here to remake this state in the image of our people. So now, some more arguments say that's not him. He got a flag over his face. Why he's hiding his face? But the voice sure do sound like him, though.
Remind you, brothers and sisters, that
hold on.
The church stands and rises up against it.
Yep.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
I want to remind you, brothers and sisters, that we as Muslims here in this part of the world have an agenda.
You see that? So this is supposed to be his imam. This was Zoran's imam. Right? He said us Muslims, we have an agenda. What is it?
An agenda. What we're not trying to do is to assimilate into the American way. We're not trying.
He said we're not trying to assimilate to the American way. So as an Islamic person, you are not going to assimilate into the way of an American. The same way how we coming back to our nationality, we coming back to our culture as Israelites. We do not want to assimilate with the pagans, with the Gentiles, with what they're doing. Because why? It would go against our God. Muslims have the same ideology, but on the left side. Let me play what he's saying again. And mind you, as a Muslim, they stand by this. So that victory speech that he was talking about, yeah, that it's look and sound nice. But what is his intentions rooted in? I'm showing you. Hold on.
Be like here in this part of the world have an agenda. What we're not trying to do is to assimilate into the American way. We're not trying to be like other Americans. That's not our agenda.
We came here here to remake this state in the image of our people.
What we are seeing and witnessing is a jihadist and Islamic agenda in motion. It's too late
So, you see that?
for New York.
Sorry. You see that? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind what you heard from an imam. That they want nothing to do with the American way of life. So how is it that you have a mayor of New York, which is a Muslim? We could say I could say he's an extremist. A Muslim now over New York City as the mayor, which they have an agenda. And he said, what did he say? Hold on. He said,
Didn't he?
Spiritual battle is coming to the West.
Let's see what he said again. Let's hear it. Let's hear what Zoran Mondani said. This is what he said.
Came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
So you heard him. He said, we came here. Sorry. He said, we came here to make the state in the image of our people. And who was he talking about? Muslims. Right? This is who they allowed to come through the doors. Right? All right, let me see. What else we got here? Give me 1 second. So like I said, keep everything that I'm telling you in mind. Let's play this one. Let's listen to this. So now, oh yeah, so now this is a good one too. And I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers, right? And we was talking about this because a lot of people don't even understand what he's trying to do in New York. One thing that he's trying to do is he's trying to make the buses free. Right? He said we're going to make the buses fast and free. Now, here's the problem with that. A lot of people don't know one city bus, how much that one city bus goes for. They would pay at least up to one city bus could cost the New York City transit system to buy anywhere between $300,000 to $400,000 for one bus. Right? Now, you have the bus, and mind you, in the city, there must be a fleet about, close to 6,000 buses, if that, or probably a little bit more or even less. Right? Now, you need operators to operate these buses. They need a salary. And there's about 10 to 15,000 bus operators. So they also need a salary to drive that equipment, which is worth $300,000 to $400,000. Not only that, you need maintenance crew to fix the buses. When that $400,000 bus goes out of service, someone has to fix it. Right? So now you just factor that. Right? All that takes what? Money. So if you make the buses free, how is that operation gonna run smoothly? Just on an economic standpoint. Because one, here's a kicker. The New York City transit system don't get funded by what people pay. What the people pay is a surplus to transit. That's a surplus. But the federal government actually pays the New York City transit system. That's how the New York City transit system is being ran, through federal funding. So now he's already attacking who? Donald Trump, who has the keys to what? The federal funding. And we seen earlier this year, every time somebody didn't play ball with Donald Trump, or anytime somebody said something that he didn't like, he was trying to withhold the federal funding from that particular state. Are y'all hearing me? So now you make the buses fast and free. Fine. Now you got a beef with Donald Trump. Now Donald Trump decides, all right, we're going to cut funding to New York City for some time. Now it's going to trickle down to your transit system. Now that surplus that transit was getting from the riders, they're not getting it no more. So what do you think is going to happen to that free and fast service that you thought that you was going to have? You're going to have less service. Less service in a crowded city, in a city that never sleeps, in a city that moves millions of people every day. Now you have irate customers, irate riders that don't have their transportation when they need it because of lack of funding. What do you think that's going to do to the citizens of New York? That's already crazy. So with every action is going to be a reaction. Every action is going to be a reaction. So let's take a look at this. 1 second.
In economics 101, free buses, free childcare. First thing you learn in economics 101 is no such thing as a free lunch. Somebody pays.
There's no such thing as a free lunch. Remember? You have to pay for lunch in school. Remember that?
Is the rent for 2 million New Yorkers? Are you kidding?
And that's another thing he want to do too. He want to freeze rent. Saying the rent prices of rent is too high. I agree with him. The prices of rent in New York is way too high. Like what you paying for an apartment, you could have that. You could buy a house with that money. That's a mortgage payment. You're basically paying someone else's mortgage. But he wants to freeze the rent for New Yorkers. So now, what is that going to do to the landlords who investment property that is? That's their investment.
So people who own apartment buildings can't charge fair market value for the rent? What kind of disincentive is that going to cost for them to not build, to not improve the property? It's insanity. And his parents have an Airbnb in Uganda that is breathtakingly beautiful. Father is a tenured professor in Columbia. Mother is a very well-respected and successful producer of films. Did a film with Denzel Washington. So he came from affluence, and he sits around there with his feet up talking about how to reorganize society around these Marxist socialist principles that have never, ever worked. It is stunning in a city that's got the most Jews of any city in America. This guy is even taken seriously, let alone the front runner in the Democratic Party.
So this is what he wanted to do. This is some of his views. I don't know about all his policies. Excuse me. I don't know about all his policies, but I know that that's one thing that he was big on, and he led his campaign with that, right? Appealing to the working class or to people. That's what got him in there. But remember the last video that we just seen. A Muslim's agenda is not to assimilate with the American way of life. So now one would ask themselves, does he really care about the well-being of Americans? Because everything that he said sounds nice. It sounds good. It sounds cool. Like, I mean, I'm with it. But what is his real intentions? Mind you, we just played this video, and I told y'all to keep it in mind every time we hear or see something about this man, Mondani.
There's a paradox. In America, we have a political left. It's a progressive left. As you know, it's sexually permissive. And this political movement appears strangely allied with radical Islam. Can you explain this?
When I was an extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them go.
So remember, this is what an Islamic extremist said about an extremist. And we seen in the other video him standing hugging his imam and the views of his imam. And we seen him in a prior video with a mask on saying that he wants to change the state. He said we came here to change the state to look like our people. Right? There was another video that I got here. Hold on, let me see if this is it. Okay, take a look at this video. Like I said, we're going to look at a whole bunch of videos.
Clearly.
But I want you to keep this in mind. And people are, and the thing is, people are awake to what's happening. So.
I will not defund the police.
Lie.
I am in favor of defunding the police.
So people are catching him in lies already. Hold on. And mind you,
want to see a liar?
He didn't even get in office yet. A lot, and it's funny because people do not even take the time and really check someone out. People vote emotionally. But look at this.
I'm going to say it very clearly. I will not defund the police.
Lie.
I am in favor of defunding the police.
I want to speak to the memory of my aunt who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
Oh, wait, another lie.
I was speaking about Zerafui, my father's cousin.
Doesn't wear a hijab.
I don't really have opinions about the future of Hamas and Israel beyond the question of justice and safety.
Maybe he's telling the truth on this one. Oh, wait, nope, lie.
The struggle for Palestinian liberation was at the core of my politics and continues to be.
I am not, and nor have I ever called for the legalization of prostitution.
You guessed it, lie.
Do you support decriminalizing prostitution?
Yes, my fundamental belief.
So is prostitution about to be legal in New York?
That sex work is work. I would be happy to work with the president and the administration.
Lie.
We need to be doing here in our city is to end the chapter of collaboration between City Hall and the federal government.
I don't believe that the role of the mayor is to police speech.
Lying again.
There are consequences for speaking up in favor of apartheid.
So just find out who you're voting for before you vote who you're voting
That's a little too late.
for.
That's a little too late. He's in. He is in. And there's a video I want to show. Hold on. I got to show this video. Let me see. Is this it? No, that's not it. Is it this? Oh, here's this video again.
Remake this state in the image of our people.
So people are finding, people actually are finding this.
New York City, this is who you want.
People are actually finding this video and playing it now. And we just seen it, so I'm playing it
To
again.
elect.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
We came here to make the state in the image of our people.
Oh. New York City, this is who you want to elect as your next mayor. Why is he covering his face? That voice is very familiar, isn't it? Y'all better wake up.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
To remake the state in the image of our people. All right? Where's this other one that I'm looking for? Give me 1 second. There's a video that I seen. I can't seem to find it right now. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. There's a video. No, not this. Is it this? I can't seem to find it now. There's a video that was showing basically showing how much backing he had. And it didn't matter how much money that was backing the other guy, this guy will still put in. Let me find this. I gotta find this thing. Did I even save it? 1 second. 1 second. I gotta find this video. I gotta show this to y'all. I don't think I saved it, but I'm gonna play this video. Let me play this one. And I want you to take a look at this. Here it goes. Take a look at
Democratic.
this.
What we're witnessing is truly the end of the Democratic Party as we've known it.
So he's saying what we're witnessing is the end of the Democratic Party as we know it. Because why? People are gonna wait after he's done with what he's gonna do with New York. And this is why I said from now moving forward, we're gonna be keeping an eye on the state of New York. And I may just do whole shows titled the state of New York. Not the state, but the state, meaning the how it is at this moment of New York. So, excuse me, take a look at this, right?
That they have endorsed Mamdani. He sympathized with Hamas and openly embraced anti-Semitic language.
He sympathizes with Hamas. And you see, that's the thing. Like when you say stuff on video and on camera, those things are recorded. All people got to do is just go back and look and listen to what you used to say, your former thoughts. And they'll call you out on it like people are doing now. So this is who they elected in the state of New York.
To quote, seize the means of production because he is a Marxist. He's called to abolish our borders, to abolish and end immigration enforcement, to defund the police, and to legalize prostitution, among a long list of hits that I could share with you. Zoran Mamdani is expected to take the helm of one of the most important cities in the world and the largest city in America. And he now has the full blessing of the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives. It is shocking. And that leader and all the other Democrats are going to co-own the consequences of what they do to America's largest city.
They're going to co-own the consequences of what they're about to do to America's largest city. So a lot. And it's funny because no one is, when I went to work today, no one is really talking about this guy. It's like no one really cares. Everybody's happy with the choice. Like it's a new face. And then I heard somebody say, yeah, it's just a new face, you know, somebody younger. Yeah, that's all you want to do. You don't care about the policy he's gonna bring forth. You don't care about what his agenda. You just wanted a new face, right?
Every reporter in this room should be asking every House Democrat individually whether they too agree with Hakeem's endorsement of the Marxist agenda. It's an extraordinary moment in the history of American politics, as this is not the kind of history that we need to be making. What we're witnessing is truly the end of the Democratic Party as we've known it.
That's what we're witnessing. And like I said, now it's time, excuse me. Now it's time to just observe and to see what he's going to bring forth. What is he going to bring forth? I gotta show this too. Like, and the reason why I was saying earlier as to why the going to vote. It's your choice if you choose to go and vote. Like, I'm not telling anybody not to do it or to do it. It's your choice. But I've come to understand that it's just for them to gauge how many people are being involved. Because I've seen this video today too, and it's just further confirming my thoughts on it. So let's look at this video real quick.
So you don't want my ID?
So basically,
we can look it up by manual.
So it says no identification needed at voting polls in New York. I don't know how it is in other states, but it says no identification needed at voting polls in New York. They refuse to even look at his ID. This is corruption. So like, let's take a look at this. Hold on.
We can give you a by.
Hold on.
Because it's saying no.
So you don't want my ID? How do you know it's me then?
We can look it up by manual.
I could just give you a fake name.
We can give you a by manual.
Signature, we check signatures.
Yeah, we're not,
So if you don't check,
not supposed to give you ID.
but if you don't check ID, how are you gonna know this is our signature?
Manual entry. No worries.
We have the signature on file.
That's a valid question. If you don't check my ID, how do you know that's my signature? I could just come in here and say this is me. Like, yeah, I'm such and such. Like, I could come in there 3-4 times and give different names and vote all those times. Because you didn't check my ID. They just need the numbers.
Show him when he signs. When he signs.
First 3 letters of your last name?
You got it, right?
First 3 letters of your last name?
No. I give you my ID. Why don't you use it?
The first 3 letters of your last name, sir.
Shit, you guys making this difficult.
We're not making it difficult at all.
Is he giving you his ID to look at?
Yeah, I gave it to him.
Okay,
so you
give
can
it
use
to him.
So you
Give
can
it. We're
use
not
it.
supposed to ask
We're not
for
supposed
it.
But I'm giving it to
I
you
know.
so that it's easy
You're
for you to.
absolutely right. You're absolutely
Because
right.
I could be somebody who's just pretending to be somebody.
You're absolutely right.
I don't think you want me to pretend.
We're not supposed to ask.
It
We're
doesn't
not
matter.
supposed to ask for identification.
How do you know it's the right person?
We have a signature on file.
I get it, but if I'm giving you my ID, it's so that you can verify for sure it's me.
I found him by his date of birth.
Who? Oh, you found him?
Yeah, by his date of birth.
That was on that table. I'm here now with this gentleman.
Start over. Go to manual entry. Put in his birthday. That's how I found him.
Put in his date of birth.
So he was recording them refusing to take his ID, and he's asking them, "How do you even know it's me?" So it looked like they weren't checking for no ID. You could just walked up in there and said you was such and such, and been able to vote if you wanted to. That's what it looked like to me. Right?
And he may have committed.
Hold on. Oh no, I'll play that one next. Right? And they're afraid because people are waking up. People are waking up to the foolishness. Look at this. Matter of fact, I gotta show this. Let me show this.
Let's go back.
No, who are you? All right, right here.
So this is how they get our vote. They come to our neighborhood, they blast rap music, and this is how he thinks he's gonna get our vote. Like, they've been blasting this music in front of my residential neighborhood for so long. Like, black people, they think we're a joke. They think music is what brings us in. And that's what they're doing right now. There's a whole bunch of white girls listening to Biggie for like hours.
They were blasting Biggie. and this is how simple they think we are, man. All we gotta do is play some rap music and so they could come out and vote for my man Cuomo. But that wasn't even enough because he didn't win. So that didn't work. But our people are starting to get hip to the game.
They get our vote, they come to our neighborhood, they blast rap music, and this is how he thinks he's gonna get our vote. Like, they've been blasting this music in front of my residential neighborhood for so long. Like, black people, they think we're a joke. They think music is what brings us in. And that's what they're doing right now. A whole bunch of white girls listening to Biggie for like
a whole bunch of white girls listening to Biggie for hours. They just spinning Biggie right in front of her building. Just, yeah, take that.
So this is how they get our vote. They come to our neighborhood. They blast.
Right? So our people is waking up. Right? Our people is definitely waking up. And I cannot find that video that I wanted to play. Right? But listen. Let me show y'all this now. So now, with him being mayor-elect and him becoming the next mayor of New York City, or he basically is. He just got to get sworn in. From the videos that we've seen, from when the first video we seen where the former extremist, Islamic extremist, how he quoted and he said that, yeah, you'll never find a Muslim extremist vote or be conservative. They will always align themselves with the far left, with the Democratic side, because they're stupid. That's what he said, quote unquote, his words. They're stupid. They have no morals, and they align themselves with degradation, right? Abortions, LGBTQ, trans, right? All of the stuff that don't matter, right? They align themselves with. So a Islamic extremist would align themselves with that side to help them further push that narrative so they can destroy themselves from within. Now we have Zoran Mandani, who is Muslim, and he is a Democrat socialist, and he's now the mayor of New York. Now, that's one side of it. They're gonna push one agenda to continue to help fund destroying the people who are far left. But now there's also another aspect of him being elected, is the religious infiltration on us by him being a mayor elect. Because what they said, what he said, we came here into this state. What he said, I'm gonna play that again. This is what he said.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
We came here to make this state into the image of our people. Let that echo into your minds while I play this next video. We came here to make this state in the image of our people. What people, you may ask? Islamic, Muslim people, right? Keep that in mind. Let's look at this video. So Muslims are ripping down, and this is high treason right here. Treason right here. This is a crime. You cannot do this. Muslims are ripping down American flags in NYC. They're not immigrating. They're overthrowing. So why isn't Mamdani coming out publicly and denouncing this act of what they're doing? How are you on American soil and you're disrespecting the flag of the country? Right? You could feel how you want to feel about this place. You know what I'm saying? We feel how we feel about this place, but it's not our place to judge it. That's the Most High's place. He's gonna do that. So how was this okay? Would anybody say this is an extremist right here? He looked like an Islamic extremist. That's something an extremist would do under an extremist rule. And brothers and sisters, this is just the beginning of what they're going to start doing, what they're going to be doing. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. He's not even in office yet. Look what they doing to the American flag. See?
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
From the horse's mouth himself, while they're tearing down and ripping down the American flag. So what is the real agenda behind this guy? I'm showing it to you. I'm showing it to you. And while they're tearing down the American flag and, you know, want to remake the state into the image of their people, let's look at our people. Let's look how let's look at how our people are treating this man. Are they asking any questions? Is there any pushback when it comes to Zoran Mamdani? When it comes to our people?
Let's pray. Spirit of the Lord God, we thank you.
Let's pray. They say.
For who you are, for how you have.
Hold on. So this is a bunch of clergymen praying over a Muslim. Now y'all think hold on. Y'all think that he's receiving this prayer? He's in Muslim extremists behind closed doors. You think he care about this prayer? He just let's not forget what he said. Where's my video? Let's not forget what he said. He said you would only see an Islamic extremist align themselves with the far left to fund them and to help them, to push them forward along. Like, yeah, this y'all ain't got no morals. Yeah, I'm gonna help y'all demoralize everything. That's what they do. See? That's what they do. So hold on. So now, of course, these men are Democrats. So of course he's going to align himself with Democrats. Y'all gotta see what's happening here. I don't know if y'all see what's happening here.
Spirit of the Lord God, we thank you for who you are, for how you have kept, how you have redeemed, and you have made us aware and thankful for your grace and your mercy. Now, Father, we are praying for this young man whom you have chosen for such a time as this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Most High chosen for a specific reason. Listen, it's in the Most High's heart to destroy this place. So understand that this is also the Most High's doing. So this prayer is somewhat prophetic.
Strengthen him, guide him, imbue him with wisdom, give him the ability to know what is right for this season. And we thank you, Lord, for the victory. We thank you, Lord, for the ability to govern well. We thank you, Lord, for the ability to hear even the smallest among us and to take them seriously. Now, Father, we thank you Not that he's going to do the miracle, but that you are going to do the miracle through him. Yes. And that in so doing,
that you gonna do the miracle through him, and we gonna see the hand of the Most High through this.
You will exclusively get the.
But it ain't gonna be what they think it is.
Praise. We thank you for this. We're praying for his health, for his family. Thank you for protection in the name of the Lord God. And we call these things done in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. My man said thank you. He said thank you and all of that. While Edom is calling him out, Jacob is embracing him. It's so crazy. Edom is calling him out, and we got Jake embracing the incoming danger. And it's like I was saying, it's like our people, like, we're too loving to a fault. Like, we'll love every nation first before we love our own. And the question is, what does Christianity have to do with Muslims? Matter of fact, hold that thought, because I got 2 more videos. So let me show you guys because, like, think about it. What the hell happened to this baby's head? I'm sorry, Instagram. We gotta stay off Instagram. This baby's head. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Let me show you this video. What? The last time I checked, Muslims were killing Christians or were taking out Christians in Nigeria. Y'all remember that? So let me play this video.
Christianity is facing.
All right, let me play this video. And because we know those 2 religions don't mix. But we just seen in a video where Christians was praying over a Muslim. And then on the other side, we got Muslims taking out Christians on the other side of the world. Muslim extremists. Not this. We'll play this. Right? So Donald Trump just issued this. Threat. He just issued this statement. I think this was earlier today or yesterday. Right?
Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria.
He said Christianity is facing an extra what?
Nigeria. Thousands and thousands.
Extensional. I hope I'm saying the word right. Threat.
Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria.
Existential. That's what he said. Threat in Nigeria. Christianity, right? By the hands of what? Islamic extremists.
Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this.
Who? Radical Islamists. Islamic people or Islamists. Who are they after? The Christians.
I am here. Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot...
I mean, like, immediately.
...stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen. Christianity is facing an existential threat.
So
in Nigeria.
Let me get this out the way. Right? So now, on the other side of the world, Muslims hate Christians. Okay? To the point where they're annihilating them by the hundreds and thousands. That President Trump had to issue a statement concerning that. Now we have Islamic mayor who was prayed over by Christians, disillusioned Christians. We got to make it make sense. So now we got to follow. We're following the steps now, right? We've seen what an Islamic extremist was doing, ripping down the American flag. He claimed and he said, we want to make this state in the image of our people. So if you want to make the state in the image of your people, what about my people? What about my beliefs? What about my traditions? What about my feasts and my holy days? That don't exist? Not to an extremist. Not to an extremist. Let me pull this up. Y'all gotta see what's actually happening. What's actually happening. What is this? Where is it? I'm trying to find this letter. Hold on. Is this it? Open. Right? We got to follow the steps. Hit that like button on your way in, brothers and sisters, because we still got some more to cover. I'm not going to be too long because it's already about to be 11 o'clock, but it's so much. But like I said, we're going to keep an eye out on what's happening in New York. Right? We're going to keep an eye out. We're going to be watching this thing. I don't even know, is this even it? No, where did this even come from? Give me 1 second. I got to find this particular letter. That's going to make sense to why I'm saying this. Give me 1 second. Continue to hit that like button, brothers and sisters, as you come on in. Let me find this document real quick. Letter to Mazzini. Where is it? Give me 1 second, brother. I have to find this letter for you guys. Letter to one second. I don't know how I got all this junk in my downloads. Let me find. I have to find this letter for you guys. It's right here. Okay, here it goes. Now let me put this on the screen. I don't know if you guys remember this particular letter that was written by Albert Pike, right? A 33-degree Freemason who wrote this letter to Mazzini. All right. So now, where is it? All right. So I want to read this. there's something that stuck out that I wanted to show. All right, so in this letter, let me make it bigger so you guys can read along with me. So Albert Pike wrote a letter to Mazzini, right? It says Albert Pike's letter to Mazzini, the Illuminati plan for 3 world wars, written in August 15, 1871. Okay? This is when it was written. So, I was going to jump down here. It says the Third World War, I'm reading from here, the Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agitator of the Illuminati. So the agitator would be the person that they put in place as the person who's going to be agitating the situation, right? Between the political Zionists and what? And the leaders of the Islamic world. I can't. The Islamic world, I'm up here. I'm trying to highlight it, but it won't let me highlight it, right? And the Islamic world. So the Third World War has to come about between the differences between the political Zionists and the Islamic world. And oh my goodness, so much things are coming up to, oh my gosh. What happened during Mondani's first mayoral, how you say that word? The first debate, okay? I can't pronounce it right now for some reason. So much thoughts come to my mind. Mayoral, I can't pronounce it. That first debate. What happened during the first mayor's debate? I'll just leave it like that. All right, don't judge me. What was the question that he was asked? Look, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot this. So now keep in mind, the Third World War must come about between the political Zionists and the Islamic world, right? Take a look at this.
Billionaire bucks that were flowing into the anti-Mamdani campaign. He won pretty handily against Andrew Cuomo, which like 5 minutes ago, the Republican Party was telling us he was unbelievably corrupt, that he should be in prison. And all of a sudden, it was our duty to get the word out, to get people to vote for Cuomo somehow again. Bill Ackman almost personally ran against Mamdani, right? Bill gave $1.75 million. Michael Bloomberg also gave money to a Cuomo-affiliated super PAC. He gave $8.3 million to stop Mamdani.
Look how much money that they were endorsing Cuomo for Cuomo's campaign. That still wasn't enough money, okay, to get Cuomo in office. So that goes to show whoever was financing this guy, Mamdani, had the bag.
Despite the billionaire bucks that were flowing into the anti-Mamdani campaign, he won pretty handily against Andrew Cuomo, which like 5 minutes ago, the Republican Party was telling us he was unbelievably corrupt, that he should be in prison. And all of a sudden, it was our duty to get the word out, to get people to vote for Cuomo somehow again. Bill Ackman almost personally ran against Mamdani, right? Bill gave $1.75 million. Michael Bloomberg also gave money to a Cuomo-affiliated super PAC. He gave $8.3 million to stop Mamdani, and it didn't matter. The Airbnb co-founder, Joseph Gebbia, gave $3.1 million. It didn't matter. The Tisch family gave $1.2 million. It didn't matter. Still, Mamdani won. Why? Okay, if we're being honest, he probably won during the first mayoral debate.
Listen to this.
Just like if I...
in the first mayoral debate, this is what happened. This is what all of the candidates was asked
upon 2016.
Right? This is what all the candidates was asked. And let's hear his response. Watch.
Trump kind of won in the first Republican debate because he was just kind of saying F you to the establishment, and it was pretty apparent.
The war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake. They lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none.
The first foreign visit by a mayor of New York is always considered significant. Where would you go first?
I would visit the Holy Land.
I would go to Israel.
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel, followed by my 5th trip to Ukraine, 2 of our greatest allies.
My first trip to Israel, my wife's life work in this area means a lot to our family, and it could coincide with my young son Miles' bar mitzvah.
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs and focus on that.
And just yes or no, do you believe in a Jewish state of Israel?
I believe Israel has the right to exist.
Not
as a Jewish state?
As a state with equal rights.
He won't say it has a right to exist as a Jewish state. Be very clear.
And his answer was no, he won't visit Israel.
I said that.
That's what he was trying to say.
No.
So I guess everybody had to pledge their allegiance, whatever the case is, right? So he openly said that he would not visit. He wouldn't visit the Israeli state of Israel, but he will remain here in New York. While all of the other potential candidates were saying, yeah, they would all go to Israel. But the thing is, he doesn't. His beef is not with the regular Hasidic Jewish person that you would see walking down the street. His beef is with, right here, political Zionism, the Zionists. Because there's a Jewish person will tell you there's a difference between a Jew and a Zionist, right? A Zionist only care about money. They're the ones who's the 1%, who's ruling everything, right? Whatever the case is. So let's take it back to this. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind that he's Muslim. And he said he would not go and check the Zionists over there in Israel. So, but Albert Pike said this in the letter, that the Third World War, right? The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agitator of the Illuminati between the political Zionists. So this is now you see why he didn't want to go to Israel. Excuse me. And the leaders of the Islamic world. So now we have both sides now. Here's the Islamic leader now over New York. He said the war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. That's the game plan. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. So while they're fighting, everything else will crumble around them. Right? We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and of the most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilizations, and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, because we know that modern day Christianity is in the same boat as Islam and Judaism. They're all wrapped into one bubble. They're all rooted, all have their root in ancient pagan Babylon. Disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass or direction. So they want everybody to be lost. They want everybody to be without any direction. Right? That's what they want from what we're seeing here. From them putting this man as the new mayor of New York. They want total confusion, because he's speaking one thing, but what he's going to be doing in the background is going to be like Obama Part 2, y'all. It's going to be just like Obama Part 2. By the time he leave office, that's when people's going to catch wind of all of the destruction that he left behind. Right? They will be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration. Will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer. So all of this is just to introduce Satanism, Luciferianism. They're allowing this to introduce this. Brought finally out in the public view, this manifestation will result from the general the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. So could he be part of the play? Because that they have to usher in the Third World War. There have to be some tensions between the two worlds. And how convenient, isn't it, that he's the mayor of New York, being Muslim, and here in New York is one of the highest population of Jews anywhere in this country. We got to we got to connect the dots here. Look, let me show y'all this now.
This is the vision of New York City that we love.
Here's the vision of New York City that we love.
A Muslim, a Jew, and a Christian.
You can't make this up even if you tried. Here's the vision of New York, y'all. This is what they want to be plastered. A Muslim, a Jew, and a Christian. And none of these three religions work with each other at any given time. But what's so significant about these three religions? All three of these religions date back to pagan Babylon, ancient Babylon. You'll find ancient pagan Babylonian practices within each of these three religions right here. And when you see Christians here, I'm talking about the modern day Christianity. Not what Christ and the disciples were setting up in the New Testament. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you see now. Let me play this back.
Stan, this is the vision of New York City that we love.
This is the vision of New York City. This is how they're going to be able to dismantle all three at once.
A Muslim, a Jew, and a Christian stand here supporting this campaign to
she's the Jew. Okay.
Take our city back. Here in this city of mosques and churches, temples and synagogues, each of us must make sure we are creating a city which feeds the hungry, houses the unhoused, welcomes the stranger and the immigrant, and protects every single child's right to dream.
I mean, that all sounds good. I'm for that, right? But just look at the specs. Those three dominant religions all here at the same time during the dismantling of this place. How fitting.
In my sacred text, there's a story of Jesus where he sees folks who are hungry. He takes what is there few loaves of bread and some fish and begins to break it and distribute it to people. And everybody ate. Whether you live in beautiful Brooklyn, the bustling Bronx, money-making Manhattan, Staten Island, or Queens, everybody can eat.
Yeah, you just gotta speak to what appeals to the people. Everybody gonna eat.
Remember that we are stronger when we include and not exclude. Democracy thrives not on fear, but on radical empathy. It demands we try.
Why you have to say radical empathy? Why couldn't it just be empathy? Why does empathy have to be radical? Huh?
One another, respect our differences, and elect leaders who reflect our collective identity, not just a narrow majority. Islamophobia is not just hate, it's a strategy.
I didn't even know that there was such a thing, Islamophobia. I've never met or came across people who was Islamophobic. I mean, walking around in the city, when y'all pull out y'all rugs and y'all just start praying, I don't be saying nothing to y'all. I don't be seeing nobody bothering y'all. Nobody be bothering y'all when I don't know what's going on here.
Zahran Mamdani, we know that your victory will belong to every family fighting to stay in their home, every worker demanding dignity, and every young
Yeah, that all sounds great.
person.
But I'm on to him. We on to you. We on to this man. We figuring out what's going on. And that's the crazy part. Look how much money was financing and endorsing Andrew Cuomo, and he still lost. So that's weird, right? He had all of the financing. He had millionaires, billionaires financing him, and he still didn't pull it off. That goes to show that they have an agenda. They have an agenda for New York City. There's an agenda for New York City. He didn't just get in there because everybody likes him. He's in there for a reason.
He came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
So that's what he's in there for. He came here to remake the state into the image of his people. It's not my words. And let me play this one more time for a refresher.
What we're witnessing is truly the end of the Democratic Party as we've known it. The candidate that they have endorsed, Mamdani, he sympathized with Hamas and openly embraced anti-Semitic language. He has called to, quote, seize the means of production because he is a Marxist. He's called to abolish our borders, to abolish and end immigration enforcement, to defund the police, and to legalize prostitution, among a long list of hits that I could share with you. Zoran Mamdani is expected to take the helm of one of the most important cities in the world and the largest city in America. And he now has the full blessing of the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives. It is shocking. And that leader and all the other Democrats are going to co-own the consequences of what they do to America's largest city. Every reporter in this room should be asking every House Democrat individually whether they too agree with Hakeem's endorsement of the Marxist agenda. It's an extraordinary moment in the history of American politics, as this is not the kind of history that we need to be making.
Listen, this is who they wanted. This is who they wanted. But brothers and sisters, like I said from the very beginning, this is really an exciting time. This is an exciting time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we understand prophecy. We understand what is supposed to take place. And I always refer back to Revelations, the 18th chapter. And I'm going to read this. Someone said my sound is going in and out. How am I going in and out, brothers and sisters? Type a qualm in the chat if I'm coming in nice and clear really quickly. Before I read these scriptures and it's Godspeed, because it's already 11. All right, good. I'm coming in nice and clear. Praise the Most High. All right. So, appreciate it. The water. So, Revelation 18, the fall of Babylon. And like I said, we're living in a time where we're actually witnessing and we can see the incremental falls. So it says, Revelations 18:1, it says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily, saying, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And there's something I want to do here. I want to show you guys the Greek word here for fallen there. Right? And when you go into it, in the Thayer's definition, it says to descend from a high place to a lower. Look how specific the definition shows it. It says, so when the scripture says Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's not by accident, it's not by accident that it said it twice. So it's showing that it's a progression there of a state of falling. So in the Thayer's definition, it says to descend from a higher place to a lower. So we know that America was the glory of kingdoms at one point. Then it will be brought low. To fall, right? To be thrust down. Oh, look at this. Metaphorically, to fall under judgment, come under condemnation. Right? So this is what we got to understand when the scripture says Babylon is fallen. And it's become the hold. And it has become the whole of every foul spirit. So every foul spirit is here. Okay? And a cage of every unclean bird and hateful bird. And this breaks down to the different nations. There's a breakdown for this that the Most High views these nations as these different types of birds, which was given to, I believe is either Esdras or Baruch. Most High gave him a vision. See? And this is how we know. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You see? So understand that this place, we're living in a time where we're witnessing and seeing the progressive fall of this place. And if that wasn't a sign, if him being elected as mayor wasn't a sign, then I don't know what is. Last video I'm gonna play for you all is right here.
9/11 ritual continues. Let's get into it. Now, a multitude of things happened over the past couple days, starting with the death of the former Vice President, Dick Cheney, who died on November 3rd, who was Vice President at the time of 9/11. Then we have the first Muslim mayor of New York City, Mamdani, winning the election. Then we have a plane crash, which was a UPS carrier that went down in Louisville, in which was flight 2976. Now, can anybody tell me how many victims, excluding the hijackers, died in 9/11. Yeah, 2976. Same number. Now, that was on the FBI website, but if you go to Wikipedia, it actually says 2977. If you add Dick Cheney's death, he's that last person. Now, where did this plane crash? At the Muhammad Ali International Airport. Now, who did they say that was one of the hijackers responsible for 9/11? Khalid Muhammad. Coincidence? Let's keep going. Now,
and mind you, the way the elites, the way they work, they use a lot of symbolism and numberism and all of that stuff. So, can these be coincidences? You be the judge.
That plane crash, the Louisville mayor stated that there was 9 people that got killed and 11 others injured. What? And this thing just keeps going because the type of plane it was decommissioned from the passenger service on October 26, 2014, in which from the time it went down, 9 days, 11 years. Now, going back to Mamdani, he was born October 18th, 1991. From that time to when Trump got inaugurated in office this year, it was 33 years, 3 months, and 3 days. You mean to tell me that the tower stood 33 years before they fell? And let's not forget that Trump is from New York. Not to mention that UPS plane only reached 175 feet before crashing, right? You guys, that's the same flight number as the second plane in 9/11. How? And the cherry on top, they said that second plane had a 33% load factor. Got it. If you guys don't think that we live in a matrix by now, I can't help you. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube Maverick Approach and let me know what you guys think about all this down below. The 9/11 ritual continues. Let's get into it.
So, they don't do anything by accident or by coincidence, right? Hold on. Right? They don't do anything by accident or coincidence. High-level witchcraft and sorcery that they deal with. As a matter of fact, let me read this last part. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. That's why, I wanted to read that scripture after, seeing that conspiracy video. But it's all sorcery and magic and numberism, or what you call that thing, numerology. That's how they deal on the left-hand side. So this is the reason why this place got to get judged. You got to go through great lengths to do all of this hidden magic in plain sight. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? So we're gonna keep a keen eye on the city of New York from moving forward as we watch now until 2030 the state of the world. So we're gonna watch these two things. But brothers and sisters, I'm saying all this to say, do not fret, don't be afraid, right? Understand that you are privileged, that we are all privileged to know this information and to be able to discern and not to be caught up, because that's the thing. That's the reason why they get people to vote and come out and you hear both sides. They need you to be spiritually involved, emotionally engaged, involved in the theatrics. Because once they have your spirit, they can control you. They can control you on either side. All right? So understand what's happening. Understand the religious infiltration that's also happening as well. And I'm telling you right now, I seen another video today too that showed that that he's going to be okaying a budget for the transgender community, for the LGBTQ community. I believe it's for the transgenders, I guess, for surgeries. I've seen that. I can't find it. I couldn't find it in here, but I've seen that he said that he's going to endorse that and have a budget for the trans community, for them to be able to get certain work done. And like we said in the beginning, like we said, and we've seen the video from the beginning of the broadcast, the only reason why Islamic extremists would align themselves with the left is so that way they could help them, push the leftist agenda, right? You want to turn a boy into a girl? Fine, go ahead. Yeah, I endorse that. Yeah. You want abortions? Yeah, go ahead. I support that. Yeah, go ahead. You do it. Mm-hmm. They want to destroy from within. That's the only reason why. So, like I said, brothers and sisters, listen, praise the Most High that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and we could see this for what it really is. Because for him to be the mayor of the United States, and for him to be the mayor of New York,
how tall is he? Pretty tall.
Sorry, this thing got a mind of his own. For him to be the mayor of New York at this point in time, understanding that we have less than 5 years to 2030. We just gotta we're really gonna have to pay attention and see what the state of New York is gonna be in the coming years. I'm afraid to see what's gonna happen. Gotham City, New York City will probably really be Gotham City. For those who don't know what Gotham City is, Gotham City was the city where Batman was patrolling, and Gotham City was always dark, mad, a whole bunch of criminals and crazy lunatics, and that's crazy because all of Batman's check this out, all of Batman's all of the criminals that he would fight against were crazed lunatics. It just dawned on me that all of the supervillains in Batman were lunatics. They would and every time he would catch them, they would send them to the asylum. What it was called? Arkham Asylum. So were they saying something with that cartoon Batman? Because all of them, the Joker, the Riddler, all of them were crazed lunatics. Even some of them were politicians. Will Gotham come to real life in New York City? I mean, they already got the lunatic side part of it down packed. Like there's a lot. You just walk down, you walk in them tunnels, walk downstairs in the train station, take the train. You'll be around nothing but lunatics. So New York already got the lunatics. Now we just need the policies to make them really crazy now. Roll out Mamdani. Right? Hold on. Before I leave here, let's not forget what he said. Let's not forget what he wants, his vision for New York. Let me play that one last time. His vision. Hold on.
We came here to remake this state in the image of our people.
We came here to make the state into the image of our people. So like I said, we're gonna keep a keen eye on this thing. We're gonna be tracking this from week to week, month to month, until ain't nothing to report anymore. But brothers and sisters, I thank you all for staying here with me. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. All praise be to the Most High. Right, 500 of y'all in here right now. I got 503 likes. All praises be to the Most High. Let me clap it up for y'all because y'all really are pushing this message. Oh, wrong thing. Wrong soundbite. Excuse me. Let me clap it up for my brothers and sisters. Where I'm at right here. Let me clap it up. There you go. Oh, this thing is bugging out. Oh. I'll clap it up with some music. It's all good. I'll clap it up with some music. But praise the Most High. Thank you all for coming in. This thing is going haywire. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you all. And I thank you. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for coming in. All right. There you go. Can't thank you enough. I pray that you all enjoyed this broadcast. I pray that you all was enlightened as I was enlightened going through this. Praise the Most High for even giving me the insight to even go into this, to give us all a better view and a better understanding of what's happening. Right? Oh man, I'm still excited, still hype. I want to do more research on this thing, but I'm gonna pace myself. I don't want to get overwhelmed and drive myself crazy. But all praise be to the Most High. Thank you, my wonderful and beautiful people, my wonderful and beautiful brothers and sisters. Thank you all for coming in. Yeah, man. That's the show. Yes.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience.
Thank you once again. All praises be to the Most High. His name is Ahaya. I am that I am in English. In the name of his son, Yeshaya, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And the Rawchaa Quadash, which is the Holy Spirit. Thank you guys for coming in. I know it's late. Get some sleep. If you got work in the morning, make sure you get to work. All right. Listen, we still got to do what we got to do. All right. Have a beautiful and blessed day tomorrow. Have an awesome Shabbat as well for those who are keeping the Shabbat at home, or if you're attending your local gathering. All right. Have a blessed Shabbat, and Most High willing, I will see you all next week if it be the Most High's will. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Peace and blessings. Stay prayed up. Sin not. I love you all. Continue to stay prayed up. And don't forget, once again, if you would like to donate to Jamaica, head over to our main page. Let me show you here one last again. Let me show you one last again. I can't even. Head over to our main page and click on the donate tab, and you can send in your donations to our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. Just under the comment section after you hit donate, I'll show you once again, after you hit donate, under the comment section, put Jamaica, right? Just put Jamaica in the comment section and then donate. All right. Anything that you guys could give will help our brothers and sisters. It's heartbreaking what happened to our brothers and sisters over there, but understand the Most High, he's still in control of everything that we see going on, and he's also in control of their lives. So praise the Most High that their lives were spared, and we just got to keep pushing, right? Praise the Most High. Oh, man, it's 4:30 in the morning over there. Amia said it's 4:30 in the morning. Oh, you a trooper. Let me clap it up for you real quick. Trooper. But, yes, definitely, all praise be to the Most High. Peace and blessings, everybody. I'm definitely out of here. Until next week. Bless you all.
Are you tired of reading the Bible and not really understanding what it means? Yo, you know you're reading the book upside down? I need a teacher. I got the perfect solution for you. The Hebrew and Bible Academy got you all covered. There, you'll learn the original Hebrew language with Elder Lawya, groundbreaking news from around the world with Elder Rawchaa, and all new up-to-date lessons, including ancient history with Elder Rawchaa. Visit us at historytimes.org and enroll there. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.